Hello. I am confused. Just give me a sec here and we'll see if we can get things up and running again. Let's see if we can go back because this is very, very weird. Hello. I honestly don't know what happened. I think the OBS just straight up perished. The OBS gave up. Because I guess a crash happened. Verstappen and Sainz had a touchy-feely session and now and that killed my stream. When exactly did the stream crash? Because I was a little bit too focused on this happening. So I'm trying to get caught up. Hello, it's again. Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go back and check the VOD here and just see when it crashed because I am bamboozled. There's no better way of describing what's currently going on here in my mind. As you can see, we have a penalty for Verstappen, we have Sainz crash, we have a safety car. What I'm thinking is we get Gio in on the softs, as you can see, and we do 2 pit stops. It's going to be risky, probably not going to benefit us, but we'll see. But for now, again, I just want to have a look at when the stream crashed, what happened, if I pressed something I shouldn't have, or if it just died on its own. Just give me a quick second here, I'm sorry. Looks like it perished the second. Verstappen and Sainz crash, maybe? Yeah. Verstappen and Sainz crashed and the stream couldn't believe it, so it died. I don't get this. Could have, yeah. I couldn't reconnect OBS to the same broadcast, so I had to make a new one, which sucks for the people who were there. My apologies. It's not what I meant to do. But yeah, it's a bit weird. You want to start a season with Piastri and Doan, but it would cost a snack? Yeah. Honestly, a bit of... This entire race has been scuffed. My apologies. Yeah, let's try and get back into it. Hopefully, everyone can find their way to the new stream. I should have just said that I'm firing up a new stream. I don't know why I didn't. Instead, I said back in a sec. The live chat died, I'm pretty sure, so I can't even go back and have a look at it. I posted on Discord, and I posted in my page, so hopefully people will find this. Just give them a couple of minutes. But yeah, it's a bit of an interesting situation all around. Verstappen here has some damage to, I believe, his front wing. He doesn't have one anymore. Well, not part of it anyways. Sainz is currently stuck in the gravel. He also no longer has a front wing. So, bit weird. I guess I might have... I don't know if there's even a keybind for that, but I might have fat-fingered, I guess, and broadcast or something, and that just quit out OBS too. I don't know. But it might be my fault. It might just be a random crash. I'll have to check the logs later, but I would put money on me being at fault somehow. Sainz also having damage to front wing is interesting, so we'll see exactly how that plays out. Perez is pitting. No surprise, he's on mediums. We'd expect Russell to pit too. Verstappen is going to pit when he gets the chance, which is going to be fairly soon. Now, Gio here is, as I said, in the back. So what I'm thinking is that we gamble. The mediums won't last to the end if we go on them now. So what we are going to do is just go on the softs. And then go on a different set of softs a bit later. And I think that might be worth it. Again, there's a lot of laps still left in this race, 30. But potentially, yeah, we could make this work. And I feel like it's a good gamble. So, let's get into it.
Let's have another look. Science is the focus here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame the stream completely just perished. Okay, so they both crashed. Verstappen somehow made it back after skidding into the wall. I would assume he has other damage as well.
team are really disappointed.
But we'll see
with that.
exactly how that plays out for us here. Imola rain race, that's going to be fun. Rain is either a lot of fun or just straight up terrible. The Bottas is also pitting. Russell pitting, that's what you expected. Verstappen should also be coming in if I knew front wing. He is. Ricciardo pitting, Russell pitting.
And DRS is now disabled. DRS disabled.
Let's be honest, Perez and Verstappen are both going to go on hards.
Great.
Aston Martin's double stacking, we should be able to jump one of them.
And white line, white line.
But this is actually good. There's a lot of AIs pitting, which you usually would never see like this. .3 seconds. Not great. And then we have to wait for another 3 seconds. So both the Aston's double stacked and got out ahead of us because our pit lane is at the end there, and we have to wait for safety. That's so stupid. That we have to wait for everyone else to leave the pits before we're allowed to leave ourselves. So as you can see, a lot here. Hard runners are going to be running to the end. Verstappen down in 15th. If he's out of the points for this race, we might be looking at something good. But it's still going to be a bit of a gamble here. Sainz out is good for us. Leclerc, though, scoring a bunch of points is not going to be.
Safety car is in this
So,
lap.
no matter how we want to play this, it's not a good situation for us.
Charge off.
Actually going to be quite rough.
If you don't need it, no lifting coast.
Yeah, but it's good that they even do that turn, because before they would just hit a couple laps after the safety car. And you'd have a huge advantage when they did that. But I'm still pissed that the ass is double stacked within less than a second between them and still got up ahead of us. Yeah, bit of a shame that we crashed here. Hopefully people can find their way back. Not that there was a lot of them, but still. I appreciate every single one of you. Gio with tire advantage is not overtaking the cars in front.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled.
Oh, there we go. Alonso actually pitted. Fair enough, that's 2 laps actually after safety car. So I would assume him to pit earlier, but he didn't. These hards could maybe last to the end. They're gonna be ragged if they do go for it. But even with this, you can see that he is struggling, almost 2 seconds slower than the cars up top. But we are behind a few cars in the DRS train. I have not watched... Yeah, I should put the DRS to overtake, you're right. I have not watched F2 lately, I just haven't had time. Hello, Anders. We're in neutral now until we catch up the rest. We catch up to Russell.
An excellent move by Haas
If we can get
to
by.
gain a few places. I think there's been a lockup.
Kinda, but we're also running out of power. They're actually pitting now. Vettel, Hamilton, the others
Is that a new
could
race
benefit
position
us, but
for
then
Haas?
again, we are going to have to pit once more. This gamble probably will not pay off, but Gasly and Norris are going to have to pit. See exactly how this goes, but looks like we threw away the championship here with the crash. What's up, Doc? To be fair though, if I'm bored tonight, I'll probably watch an F2 race. But yeah, I did watch the highlights from Baku. Bimman was looking good, but like the F2 race, the madness at turn 1 there is what you'd expect from the main race, F1. We are keeping Russell behind, which is good to some degree. Norris should be pitting virtually now, maybe on next lap. No way he's trying to keep that to the end. Perez and Verstappen are just gonna sail to victory. Demanding the championship title for Verstappen. We can't catch him if he gains points, while Magnus does not. Yeah. Pit stops is kind of weird with how they judge it, but then to be fair, with the weather system in this game, I don't blame the AI. Yeah. They pit one first, then the second one. I just hate that the like the pit windows, that even if you have a safe pocket, they'll still wait. Like Gio lost probably an extra 5 seconds on the pit stop just because he had to wait for other cars to pass him before he could leave, which is quite annoying, honestly. It's gonna be interesting though, because again, we're gonna have to pit again. We have a competitive crash. Sector 1. Yellow flag. Who is the victim?
It's a yellow.
Here's
Battle.
the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one.
I think that is the fourth incident with turn 1 this race. Big surprise it would show up in the points in an Aston. But yeah, we have about a lap in us, and then we're gonna have to pit here. So we're gonna hopefully see where we come out. Hopefully ahead of Vettel. But it's gonna be rough, sure. Vettel is pitting, so that gives us a little bit of space. But I don't think we can make up what we needed from the pit window. The other cars aren't gonna pit. We are gonna be a bit quicker, but not enough for it to matter. So we did get a little bit screwed here, both strategy-wise, crashing-wise, and generally just unlucky. Norris will get us here, won't he? Yeah. Came out even further back than I expected, 3.3 seconds. I guess the pit stops being as random as they are, well, not really random, just slow, with not training a pit crew, could be a big, it's actually quite a big handicap, because it does make it harder to pull off strategies. So we're about 16 seconds off the points. How we're looking for lap times is what I'm wondering here now. This has probably been the most disaster class we ever had, 10.7. So we are gaining. This is with DRS though. We are gaining on the cars in front, but not enough to get up into the point by the end, I think. So I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. We do indeed have the last pit box, which is just annoying because, again, what should be a safe space isn't a safe space in this game. Like, I wish I could just order them to release the car and potentially risk an unsafe release, because worst case scenario, we actually wait a good 10-20 seconds if there's, you know, a lot of cars in the pit lane. And that is just straight up painful. We're still 8 seconds off points here, but I don't think there's anything we can do with it about it at this point. Bottas pitted. Still came out ahead of us, so yeah, not really much we can do about it there. Sector 1 yellow. No safety car. Can't really play with that either. Yeah, we also have the slowest pit crew, but that's kind of by design with the limitations. Guess we just push this to the maximum here towards the end. Still gonna be rough, don't get me wrong. Need to just push everything we own. We are within DRS now, show. Our tires are severely overheating. We are chewing through them here. But we are on the final lap here. And can we get him is a big question.
Starting last lap.
See if we can struggle our way to a point here. Show does have completely shot mediums though, so theory we might have a chance, but again, I think I burned too much tire to get up to him by the end.
Got no DRS. Copy.
Maybe? Nah. Get a better exit. Way better exit. Even with the RS, I don't think we're getting him before the line. We did not. Still close though. But it's a bit of a shame that we had both drivers have accidents that put them out of the contention. Remember, Magnussen had a spin before he had the crash. So, kind of sucks. Not much we can do about it. Leclerc getting the podium here. It's bad for us. Ricciardo 4th though. It's a bit of a surprise. Alpine's 5 and 6. Merc 7th. Alpha 8th. We have AlphaTauri 9th. Show getting a point there for Aston is going to be huge for them. Driver Championship here, as you can see, we are now completely out of contention for Driver Championship, but we have secured 2nd place. Giovinazzi here. Could get Alonso with a bit of luck, but I don't see that happening. So he's also safe unless Bottas, well, even if Bottas pulls off the amazing, it won't be enough. 9th place. Now, Ferrari and the Constructors is still technically within our grasp, but it's going to require some luck. So I think we have 2nd and a 3rd place here. I think we can be happy with it. But I'm still a bit upset that Magnussen crashed. I'll be honest. It is annoying. Very annoying. We failed the performance guarantee on finish position, which isn't surprising. We didn't get any points. And we have a chassis design complete. Again, these designs are cooling ones. That's all they're good for. And since we did do design, our research, we won't be able to do any other pieces here for the end of the season. So that is it. We have reached the end of our designs this season. And I believe we're going to lose 30% aerodynamic efficiency next game. To create a save called Williams Junior Academy with only F2 and F3 drivers in. That could be interesting, having like a race driver save. I still don't think we have any regions on this one. Yeah. Crawford, Behrman are the youngest drivers here, so still no regions, which is unfortunate. But again, also Behrman is a good choice if you are looking for a rookie to put in your car. Bergovich has development points, so let's just slap all 3 into braking. Again, contract is 2 weeks. I think we'll renew it. Same for you? Yeah. Okay, so we're too clear. We might not be able to renew Giovinazzi. We'll see at the end of the year, I guess. Piastri for share only drives between 122. Behrman is young. You can use him, but I don't think he's allowed until he's 18. We'll see. Melvin has some points. We should have looked at that a bit earlier. Yes, we are going with... I think we'll get low speed A to 80 and then we'll focus on the other stats. And Rest also has a point. Goes in underfloor. Not even a discussion. And we will upgrade our pit crew management because that is the only way we can improve it. And hopefully we can make that work. Contract will expire in 3 months. So I could keep these race engineers or get new ones. We'll see. I'm again a bit unsure how we want to play this. Probably should have started considering contracts a bit earlier. But again, this save has basically run its course. We've gotten the data that we wanted. So we'll see. Difficult race. That could also be fun, like you have to pick up either your own or new contractless people each year. Could make things a bit more spicy. But I think that's okay. Fastest lap, we can gamble for that. And as you see, since there's only one race, we can't do any hot streak targets because there's no streaks to be had. Let's see where we end up when we finish this final race of the season. Goal of season 1, outscore Haas. Unless Magnus has some very good races, I think that should be doable. Depending on how limited you are. Let's just keep the gearbox in. It's the final race of the season. Don't need to hamper him too much. They did completely wreck the ERS though, and kind of wreck the gearbox. That is a bit unfortunate. Let's get the car set up for Abu Dhabi here. Yes, Marina. That should be all that we need here. Yeah, and I'm very curious about how our car is going to stack up next season. Because this is a bit bigger. I think we had like a 5 or 10% one the first year. This is a bit of a bigger change. So it's going to be a bit more interesting to look at, honestly. You should be able to beat Aston pretty easily, I think. You just have that much of an advantage as a human player. Now, Abu Dhabi is hard something we want to save here. I really should just make a list of when you want to do practice yourself and when you want to let the AI do it. Because having a set of hards in Coda and in Brazil is actually huge. So making a list like that would actually be quite beneficial. So we did hit the optimal on oversteer and straights. Good on the other two. I guess we gamble in a direction. Probably should gamble in the other direction, TBH. I think this is okay. We hit bad here. That's not a big surprise. See, like so. Then we tune you down a bit. Try this. Hello, Dari. I'm good. Work has just been a menace lately, so I haven't had any chance to stream before today, really. Go back to Ferrari engines behind Enzo Trulli. It's a second driver. That would be a single, driver challenge. For Trulli to score points, you need like 1 lap. Best tires, everything. Hello, Death Valley. The thing is, the car pieces are mainly free. They don't really change much. They're the same every time. So you can just use a cheat sheet as a base. There's a Steam guide on it. I don't remember what it's called, but I have it saved here. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm allowed to upload pictures to my channel. If you just Google F1 Manager presets for practice, you should get a list of what is a good car setup for any track. And that is a very, very good starting point. The thing is, if you sim like this, the AI will kind of randomize it, which means it's kind of hard to get up higher. But if you do it yourself, you should have a lot of easy time getting up higher. And honestly, you just need 95% and you'll be pretty good. Okay, so that one is out of the estimates. I'm wondering how this one's going to look, because we aren't even close to what it's supposed to be, but it would be fun anyways. Try this. Rebel save with Williams Junior Academy. Honestly, feel free to play as many saves as you want. I wouldn't be too worried. The only thing is keeping track of what's happening on which save. That's something I would struggle with. So Akai is currently very slow, all things considered. No penalties for the Verstappen boys. There is a penalty for Ferrari. That's good for us. 94, 90, not the greatest setups, but we'll take it. Let's get in the proper parts. Get ready for this final race of the season. Hopefully it's a bit better than the last one. The last one was kind of a sad state of affairs. Not gonna lie. A real disaster class. The setup calculator works too, Taram. Yeah, you're correct. Yes, we're good. See if we can get a decent qualifying done here.
Radio check. Yeah, loading clear.
To be fair, the second battle blocked us in Brazil. I should have known this was going to be an awful week. Okay, Albon's going to be a bit of an annoyance for Gio, with him having to fight him in the corner. Magnussen now is going to have to fight Show, Leclerc, and Verstappen. Kinda off still, but not the worst one. We'll see where Gio ends up after everyone has had a run here. Might need to send him out again, but yeah, you can definitely see our car has degraded compared to the start of the season. For sure. We still have the 2 Williams cars. Schumacher, Albon. Perez having an awful run. Might still be safe. Thing is, I still want to save softs here. It's probably not the best track to save softs. Should probably save next to the hards here. But let's gamble on Gio being safe. Magnussen should be safe. Gio though is gonna be walking the line here. Let's be honest. I honestly don't know, Maddie. I think Gio is safe here, but again, we're kind of walking the line here between Q2 and Q3. Giovinazzi is going to have a super hard time getting Q3 here. Do the first run on the scrubs, and then we'll take it from there.
Radio check.
I'm sorry that I lulled you to sleep there, wife. Welcome back. The stream did crash at one point. And funnily enough, it was because Sainz and Verstappen crashed, and that crashed the stream, which again is hilarious. Okay, Magnus just barely beat Vettel there. Yeah, we had a true disaster class in Brazil. Magnussen got DNF'd. Giovinazzi, well, Magnussen spun out, then he crashed out. Giovinazzi had a couple of incidents as well, basically finishing 11th. Generally not a good time for anyone involved, so Giovinazzi is probably going to have to do another run on fresh softs. I'm kind of imagining Magnussen having to do the same here to be safe. It's a shame to waste the tires, though, is what I'm thinking. Let's see where we're at, and by the end of this one, yeah, Giovinazzi's going to have to do a second run. Verstappen and Perez are going to go above. Russell could go above. Magnussen is playing a dangerous game if he doesn't do a second run, to be fair. Gio is going to have to do one. But I think we go all in there and gamble. Do you play on PC, Maddie, or do you play on something else? You should have 50 save slots, so you can keep as many saves as you want if you just manual save. Okay, Magnussen already bumped down once. So potentially Gio here could actually bump out Magnussen if he does well. That would actually be... Never mind, Magnussen got bumped out anyways. That's my bad for being greedy. I had a slim hope, and it backfired horribly.
It's race day.
Okay, what is the best strategy here then? Again, softs to mediums, just 10-ish laps. Haas, again, on the track we should have kept 2. because mediums will only be quicker for about 5 laps. Then the hards start winning out. So honestly, here starting on softs, going hard, then going soft maybe could be the play. Same as Brazil. Should have saved some extra tires, but we didn't, which I regret deeply now. So something like this with soft ending. 43, can we stretch it like that? This is potentially slower though. Going on the mediums a bit earlier would benefit us, but stretching the softs would help us. Yeah, I think if we do this, it's not the greatest, but it'll work, and if you have a safety car, we can slap on an extra set of softs. And, yeah, not great, but acceptable. Yeah. Let us do what the AI would like to do, because it's probably the best strategy on this track, unless we had 2 hards. Overfuel by a lap, as we usually do. Kind of a double-edged sword. I think maybe if we didn't, we'd be better at this stage, but I'm addicted to it, let's be honest. Starting 9th and 11th. So let's get into it and see exactly where we end up here for the final race of the season.
Clear skies. Anything could happen. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Could unwrap. I'm not falling. There we go, Magnus got battle. Only a few other soft runners here. Russell and Bottas running old softs, the rest running mediums. Ocon also running old softs, incidentally.
Haas with an overtake there.
We actually have a Verstappen ahead of us. Wish he would just ascended there between the cars, going all in. Something that I am kind of interested in maybe getting this year is F1 straight up 23, where you drive the cars. Unfortunately, I don't have a setup, so I'd have to play with a controller, but I think it would be fun to try the My Team feature. So I might do that once it comes out in, I believe, June. But for now, I'm still holding out for news on F1 Manager 23. No Piastri, no Duan, and no Flexi drivers.
DRS enabled.
Save ERS for both of our boys here. Let's see if we can make something happen. Yeah, you save it in a normal save and not an autosave, true. Gio got battle. Can he close down the gap to Magnussen? It's the question.
We can take a look now. Now just focus on the Haas.
Probably going to be difficult seeing as we got the move done with the help of DRS. But we can always hope. I don't know if I want to pre-order the 23 one.
Looks like that was a
I did play
position
22 for a little bit, but basically it was very disappointing. So kind of want to wait for reviews, honestly, on that one, that Valley. I might get it and just make a My Team thing as a something different before F1 Manager 23 comes out. We'll see. Magnussen is kind of struggling right now. We are getting to a point where Bottas is not going to have DRS to Verstappen. Going to help us overtake, but it's also going to leave us kind of stranded. we go. The overtake is done. But again, we are kind of stranded here. Even if we use everything, I don't think we are going to be able to close down that half a second. Maybe here by deploying all of our ARS. Oh, we're just barely there. We got it. We are within DRS. And almost left Bottas behind there, but we actually pulled him along. And now we have left Gio behind. But to be fair, Magnussen is the main target here. You firing up your new say, Maddie? I wish you luck. Hope it goes well.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
The fact that Leclerc's kind of left Paris and Verstappen alone, and we have Alonso in third. This is the storyline that didn't happen this year. We are gonna have to try and get by Russell though fairly soon if we want to try and keep up. I expect we see Russell though, Bottas pitting fairly soon, same for Ocon. Because as you can see, to Leclerc, we're losing 7/10 a lap. So, no way we make something happen there. Russell is now getting, you know, left behind. So, DRS-wise too, now we're actually kind of a big trouble.
Alpine just advanced.
Ocon overtakes Giovinazzi. Again, Giovinazzi finding Ocon is kind of what we expected. Yellow in sector 2.
Oh, we've had a spin.
Leclerc with a spin. That is unfortunate. We also had a multiple cars crash there.
There's Leclerc. And there it is.
Did someone run into Leclerc now is the big question. Safety car? Yeah. Someone ran into Leclerc. I don't think he ran into Leclerc, to be fair. Leclerc doesn't seem to have any damage. But it was multiple cars crashed, so... who knows? We do have safety car. So let's get Magnussen in, get him on the hards. That'll be... we'll see where that goes. Hello, Nienke. Hello again, indeed. But yeah, as said, Brazil, Abu Dhabi, if my drivers don't crash on both of those, then something's not right with the game. But Gio is currently, I think his car is broken. Yeah, no gearbox, ERS, engine. Terminal damage with 3 items and 2 punctures on his rear. So I assume he got hit in the back here. Judging by this. As I said, we are going to pit Magnussen. Russell is for sure going to pit. Bottas, Ocon are going to pit. We'll see if any of the medium drivers do pit themselves. Yeah, this is kind of a weird one.
I think there's been contact on
the only one we're finding right now is Ferrari Ninka. Because Magnussen crashing out last race, Verstappen sealed the title. Oh yeah, he got hit in the back.
That is a serious collision.
That was indeed a serious collision.
The team are devastated.
Vettel actually took him out. Yeah, we're fighting Ferrari for second. But unless we win this one and Ferrari doesn't get any points, I don't think we have a chance now. So most likely we're going to finish second with Magnussen, 9th with Giovinazzi, and total third in the standings.
Stop the car, stop the car.
They did indeed send Gio to the Shadow Realm. Sounds like you have a good start to your talent program with both Sergeant and Vesti. Yeah, no championships, but again, Magnus has just had too many incidents. And again here, we were 6th into the pits. And Russell was the only one ahead of us. Both bottom, Bottas and Ocon were behind us, and they were more than a second behind. So it's basically just Russell picking us up for longer than we needed to. I hate the Haas pit box. It's just so annoying. We lost 2 positions due to, you know, where we come out. That is something I need to improve for the next game, unfortunately, because it's just too silly. Leclerc with a
Let's have a
lockup
look.
now.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
We can hope for next year, Magnussen champ.
That lockup could have cost them dearly.
Yes, that is the biggest lockup the game has ever given me. Barely saw the man lock up there. Okay, so ahead of us, again, 3 cars are pitted. Only 1 was supposed to be ahead of us out of the pits. It's annoying, but nothing we can do about it. We'll see exactly how this ends up playing out for us. We can make the last hards as long as we need to.
We may be starting a final lap of the safety car.
Hello, Razek. You've been missed a disaster class in the making. Magnussen both ran wide, spun last race, and then crashed himself out. And Giovinazzi did the same,
Okay, Kev, no
got himself completely out of the race.
Push as much as you can. Go for that.
Generally, we're having a true disaster class here, Razek, to finish off this season. Game being angry at me for not playing for a while. I would like the Apple management to be smoother as well.
Okay, Kev, remember, no
I would also
overtaking
just
until the
like
timing line.
some very easy difficult sliders, like say normal is the current game. Easy, add a 25% extra, you know, progress when you design parts, money, basically everything, skill gain, things like that. And say hard is 25% less gain across the board. Very hard, 50% less gain, very easy, 50% more gain. Very simple difficulty for sure, but it would make the game more interesting, in my view. I would also like the AI to be a bit more clever. That would be good. Magnussen making moves already. Shame they didn't get Rick there, but he will have another go. Hopefully. Didn't picture Mick saying "see, it wasn't me." To be fair though, Mick has a point in that case because again, Gio didn't actually crash out on his own. He got helped by Vettel. Oh, never mind. Why not have a complete bungle here? We have another one. To be fair, it's a minor damage to the front wing.
Now just focus on the hand.
So again, it doesn't need to be super different with difficulties. Just like a straight on balance change across the board. Let's see how we're looking in lap times here with a minor damage to the front wing, and see if we need to pit there. If we're really a lot slower, give it a couple of laps here, and we'll see. Oh, front wing is supposed to die. Currently, it feels like my team is feeling that, yeah. 30.8, so we're still running the same time as Hamilton, but again, they're running older mediums. That's not really a good benchmark. Russell, Bottas, Ocon, how are they running? 30.6, 31.9. I assume Bottas is stuck, yeah. So it's not the worst, the minor damage. We're gonna leave it. Just don't talk about crashing anymore, yeah. The beef of the AI development, yeah. Not patient enough to limit yourself, yeah, I can understand that. At this point, Magnus is just gonna retire after this. Alonso though in the lead. Where have we seen this one before? Podium is still very possible, yeah, but the difficulty has amped up for sure. Our car is currently probably just midfield at best. So Difficult to say how good we actually are with that in mind. Double overtake, though, is always neat. So he isn't that
Haas
busted.
have moved up the field. Here's the replay. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen.
Again, Mick
here.
hasn't actually had any Mick interventions lately. He had the first one in Bahrain, and that's it. Alonso is pitting now from first. Came out just a little bit behind us. And we still have some medium runs that need to pit. Ricciardo, Albon, yellow in sector 3.
Did somebody spin out?
And we even got Paris there. Show with a spin. So, tire-wise, ours are older. They will probably try and make these Haas last to the end, I would assume. We'll have to see when we actually pit for that final stint if we're going to change the rest of our setup here. But it looks like we are going to be jumping Hamilton and Verstappen. Yeah, his final giveaway with Bahrain. You're not wrong. Not going to be likely that you get into Q2 or Q3. You're going to have to work a little bit on your car for that, I think. Clark just pit. Q2 is probably going to be able to pull a one-stop here. We'll see, though. It's still a lot of race left. We're up into 4th. I think what's going to depend on us here is mainly how well we defend, more or less. Could probably save up a little bit of ERS to try and dislodge Vettel. Right now, I think if we dislodge him, he's just going to get eaten up immediately. Lately, I've just been rooting for Aston, mainly Razek, because it's interesting to watch him. I would like to see both the Mercs, the Ferraris, the Astons really be able to kind of fight the Red Bull, because it makes for more enjoyable racing, and that's mainly why I watch F1, to be fair. I like that. 83 and 85.
Position gained for Alfa
Vettel actually
Romeo.
overtook Magnussen there when we tuned him down. That is scary.
That's a new race position for Haas.
It would be hilarious though if both Vettel and Bottas got new underfloors for this. Because it kind of looks like it from the timing screens. Checo win? Yeah. I guess that's the most we can hope for now. Checo actually putting a decent charge on Verstappen. Hello, Dom. If you mean last time, last race, we had accidents at disaster class. I am a bit unsure. Apparently that would basically just chilling. Honestly, as long as we keep them here, we can just do the final pit stop and then leave. My stream died straight up. I couldn't get back onto the same broadcast due to believe that I finished my stream. I probably fat-fingered a key that both ended my stream and killed OBS. So
Haas with an overtake there.
that was just my mistake. It's either that or my computer killed it. It was one or the other. So, nothing much I could do there. Just unfortunate. Magnussen got double overtook in return. That's sad.
Alfa Romeo just moved up the race.
But yeah, if it happens in the future, I'll make sure that I tell chat that I'll be setting up another stream. I was so sure that I would be able to reconnect, and then chat was gone. Mick did it. He's crashing streams. Honestly, the funny thing, Rasik, is that the stream crashed when Sainz and Verstappen crashed. So you're not wrong. A crash in the game crashed my stream. We are getting close to pitting. If we want points, I think we're just gonna have to stick with the damaged front wing. I don't think we have any other way of doing this. The question is, we are going to have to go in the mediums for sure. They're going to be slow. but we don't really have anything else here to bet on, honestly. Let's do a little bit of pushing here towards the end of this stint. And we go on the mediums the next one. Yeah, PC gave up on life because too many crashes, for sure. 18 laps. I don't think we can make these tires last. We're gonna have to pit. Ocon pitted too. We'll see then when we actually end up here, because we'll have a few others pitting. Magnus and Kim comes out 13th. Not great. Russell and Bottas have fresh tires. Ocon has fresh tires. The fact that Ocon made it out second though is actually kind of nuts. So he might be able to hunt down Hamilton here. We could have an Ocon Abu Dhabi win. This is a bit of a mad race, but again, we'll see. Yeah. Nothing much we could have done though, which is unfortunate. We are catching up to Rick and Albon, but even then it's going to be a fight to get back into the points with 16 laps to go. Lap times, let's see where we end up on this one. Ocon said new fastest lap time, over a second gained on Hamilton. 27.9 for us, so we're 2 tenths behind Ocon. And Ocon should get Hamilton easily by the end of this. We're currently behind Rick. I think the DRS zone here will be more than enough to get him. And now we'll see if we can chase down both Bottas, Russell, Verstappen. I guess the only thing we can really hope for here is to beat him in the final race. Vettel is slowing them down for us too. But it's still a good 10 seconds to get up there. 14 laps to go, so we do have time. But it's still going to be rough. I think Verstappen being pissed at Russell is a rivalry, really. But Russell is quickly making himself kind of unlikable with the fact that he never takes responsibility for anything. And to be fair, Verstappen was like that too. Like early in his Formula 1 tenure, he would be super aggressive and not really care too much for it. Sector 1, is this a safety car? Yeah, it is. But
Safety
complaining
car.
about...
Just get positive on the delta. Copy that.
That is Russell, actually, interestingly enough. But yeah,
I think that was a crash.
complaining about what someone did 3 years ago versus what someone is doing now is kind of weird. It's just funny reading the Reddit there with the people being pissed at Verstappen and saying like, oh, Verstappen did this 3 years ago, so it's fine if Russell does it to him now. Or anyone else for that matter, but again, oh, they're pitting. Magnus, how many of them are you going to be able to jump? Up to 5th, okay. But these guys all have softs, yeah? This is going to be rough. Ocon sweating up front.
Overtake is available if you need it. Copy.
Still 11 laps to go though. This is gonna be interesting for sure. Hamilton did pit this time.
Safety car in this lap. Copy. If you've got some margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
See if we can get something happen here. Maybe get a few more points for us. Still gonna be rough because we kind of need to keep up with them. And already we're kind of falling back. It could be a DRS train for sure. But I'm just worried that we'll get eaten up by a Red Bull that is looking to pounce from behind. Gasly's kind of a buffer so that we don't get eaten up by anyone else. But at the same time, it's still 10 laps. The softs are going to lose out and we're going to be about equal later on. So it's gonna be a bit rough here. We'll see what we can do. Basically, I just want to try my best to keep position. Maybe get a lucky overtake by the time we get DRS enabled. Yeah. Mission objective updated. Survive. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna struggle with keeping the position too much, although Paris is straight up breathing down our necks right now. But yeah. Survive to drive. Is that gonna be the Brad Pitt movie name? Survive to drive. Overtake attempt failed. Okay, that was ambitious then. Because the thing now is we do have Bottas holding them up, kinda. Because Ocon has already gotten a 1 second gap. Oh, that's what we like to see. Although I was sure Magnus was about to, you know, crash out. I could feel it in my bones.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Abu Dhabi 2021 mode, yeah. Hamilton did get Bottas now, which is actually good for us. It could help with pulling us along. Gasly has held up the cars behind, kind of what we needed. And we'll see with this. We are going to have to go to neutral now because we are kind of running out of energy. Gonna need a little we have left as a buffer.
DRS enabled.
Also need Bottas to keep up with Hamilton as much as he can. Yeah, Ocon is doing work, honestly. 27.3. Hamilton gained 1,000 on him. Yeah, that's a bit silly, I agree. I don't know if did they actually give him a super license though? That's the thing, because the reporting that came out of this is just so whack. Like 11 team on the grid, things like that. Did they actually give him a super license, or is that just, you know, the media getting it wrong? That's what I'm wondering. I might have to go down the rabbit hole after the stream and have a look. Hamilton's already gaining on Ocon though, so we could see the Mercs stealing it from him once again. Yeah, Bottas is falling behind it though, so next DRS zone we hopefully can get him. I don't want to waste what little ERS we have left. Could push the tires, but even that is going to be a bit of a gamble. We just don't have enough juice here to make things we need to do happen. I hope it was a joke though, DBH, because if not, how much did they actually pay for the super license? Because then they basically had to bribe the way in. Track at 28 degrees and the mediums are overheating. This seems questionable. Yeah, Pitt is gonna drive an F2 car, I think is what they figured out. And it's gonna be driving on race weekends, but when no other cars are on the track, so basically they'll be borrowing the track whenever, you know, it isn't being used for racing. Which I guess is fair, but they worded it horribly. To be fair, Matty, that is what you expect in a Williams save until you get your first underfloor. Anything above P19 is a bonus.
Okay, nice work.
Merc is building, you know, the movie car. That's not wrong. Oh yes, the Magnussen special.
That's a spin.
This has actually been just straight up a disaster class, and he couldn't get back on track until he's last. That was not what happened to us. Did he crash afterwards? Or was that his earlier crash that we got a review of? We need another safety car. We need everyone to pit. But yeah, I think that is unfortunately it for this race. Hamilton and Ocon just struggling up ahead. Let's see who wins here. If Ocon can stick with Hamilton and still Hamilton's help. English is hard. His tire starts wearing off, we could have some interesting happens. If Ocon wins there, that would actually be kind of worth it. You are about to comment on potential podium. Yeah, honestly, both these races have been completely tragic, honestly. Complete new roster? Honestly, I might have been a bit late in offering Gio a new contract, so we'll see if we can get a new one for him. I might just pick up new staff too, just for fun at this stage, because this is kind of rough. The only thing we're missing now is that I forgot about fuel, and then we don't finish the race. That would actually be perfect. Let's see if we actually... and problems there. So, Ocon versus Hamilton last lap. Let's watch it from Ocon's perspective. At least have some fun here. The one that was robbed from us. Hamilton is indeed involved in the movie, yeah.
Starting final lap.
You're not wrong, Radzik. So, we'll see. I think Hamilton and like the rest of the Merc crew are part of the movie as like advices for authenticity, which is gonna get interesting to have a look at there. Ocon actually is getting Hamilton here. Hamilton is actually co-producer. Okay. Oh, Hamilton's coming back. Stick it in there, Ocon. Which sound bad. Get it done. Oh, I think Ocon just got done. Oh no, he's coming back. That is unfortunate for Ocon. I don't think he has any more chances here with the final corner coming up. It was a valiant effort though. Yeah. People are saying that like there's gonna be a lot more movies now. That people can just make a movie and then make another F1 car to to test things out. Yeah, but this was a tragic race. The fact that Magnussen spun. So Ocon made up 11 places, Sainz made up 9. Perez 4th, Verstappen 8th. Almost kind of what we needed here. Ocon was afraid to do full send, yeah, but you kind of have to at that point. I think they're gonna be recording during race weekends and somehow make that work. Probably green screen Brad Pitt in or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a bit curious to see how they're planning on doing this, but yeah, this was not a good 2 races to end the season. Magnussen does end up second though, again, scoring no points there on the last 2 races. Verstappen with I think 22 points total. So bit of a shame. Giovinazzi gets 9th. Ocon moves up to 10 there with his 2nd place. And in the constructors we end up 3rd behind Ferrari. And again, I don't think we scored a no, I can guarantee we didn't score a single point during the last 2 race weekends here. Need a complete reset? Yeah. Changing the engineer driver partnership before the start of the new year, so trying to do that. We'll wait for the 1st so we get the... Is it the 31st they expire, or is it the 1st? I guess we'll gamble, and if need be, I'll just go back to an earlier save. But yeah, bit of a shame. Still, third in the championship is not bad per se. And we'll see if we can keep Giovinazzi, I think. Unfortunately, our performance guarantees didn't go plan. And let's just have a quick look here now on where our car is. Let's get a point in reactions here. We need to probably get his control up too, though. I should get this thing maxed for Magnussen so we can live happily ever after. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the current car before we go into the next year. And if we compare it to the Red Bull, who we got beat by, our car is currently a piece of shit. As you can see, high-speed corners, we are the worst on the grid. Medium speed, low speed, we're not good. Top speed, we're middle of the pack. So we came third with a car that is probably 5th or 6th best on the grid, which is interesting to me at least. Yeah. I haven't had any problems picking up people on 31st, so I'll try it, and if it's a bug and it happens to me, at least we know how it happened. And I can live with that. Safety sim refurbished complete. Is good. The board review, we still have high confidence. Car part development is locked. Difficult race. 23 season results. We did get second place. Like, second place and third. Can't complain too much about that. Honestly. Both the Williams drivers didn't score any points, which is unfortunate for them. AlphaTauri just barely beat out Aston Martin. But I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of driver changes we have. Okay, so race engineers, both of the positions will be vacant. And driver changes here. We're going to lose both our reserve and our other boy, Giovinazzi here. We could renew his contract now. Changing the partnership, yeah. Either we extend the contracts, which honestly is okay by me. It's probably just the best way of doing things. So Gio is again a good benchmark for the save game. So I think we're going to keep him. Swap him out. Are we going to swap Gio out? Is that what you're thinking? We could give Djokovic a chance here. He has basically only braking though. So I think we just give him a new contract as a reserve. And keep him for 3 seasons. We up his pay a bit. See if he feels... Let's give him $1 million. Again, we are not really stressed for money. We have 200 million in the bank. So, I guess people thought it was fun for the first couple of races, and then just, no, Gio was a horrible idea. Do we want to keep Italian Jesus here? Is that it? Okay. So the inter-team swap might be the bug then. Because they technically, yes, still hide and then you swap them. Alonso and a rookie. Magnussen still has the owner's contract, so he's going to stay no matter what. The staff in Turner is the other two, and I think we're just gonna keep him to just make my life a bit easier. Again, we won't have the best staff anyways, so we could try and switch him out just to have some fresh here, because the pit crew management is kind of bad. And it makes I can't focus pit stats. Look at this, tire changes at 43 at the end of the season. This is gonna get even lower. Yeah, let's keep our reserve driver, and then we have a look at the rest here. Yes, and if not, we'll just renew their contracts. So the target position was 4th. We made it to 3rd. We completed both of our end of season objectives. We're now established team rating. We didn't actually get any, you know, bonuses because 2nd and 3rd isn't worth anything. And we get our obligatory 1.5 million. The Brave Jacks. The thing is, Ninka, I know that I hate my pit crew and I complain, but one of the things that I did to limit myself a little bit is to force the training focus here to be unbalanced. So the only way I can really improve my pit crew is by getting better race engineers. But yeah, rear and front jacks is the best way to improve pit stop time. I think the best way to... I think what you need to do, Ras, is actually focus a single stat and then switch it every year, which is painful. So, we got this guy on a new contract. Pit crew performance. We're currently at 3.5 seconds, basically. This is gonna sting a lot. Don't worry, Nanka. I have a lot of those, so I wouldn't blame you for forgetting or missing one. I do that to you all the time. But here we are, the end of the season. Let us have a quick look here at who is available for driving car 1. Let's just sort him over already. Hamilton. Are we getting Hamilton? First practice just started. Let me know if something interesting happened. That's I'm probably gonna rewatch it later. We could pick up Hamilton here. He's open to negotiation. He's very high. Other than that, we could pick up Bottas, Gasly, Ricciardo, Stroll. Are we strolling? Do we want Hamilton just for fun here? Have a fun third season? Put Hamilton in the car? See how he performs versus Magnussen? No strolling? Hello, Greg. I think I'm strolling myself at this point. You want a Hamilton Verstappen fight? To be fair though, Hamilton is free agent, so we kind of stick to the rules there. Getting Verstappen is not happening. He's not interested. He has a negative outlook towards our team. So even if he wanted to try that, it doesn't happen. Probably same for the both Ferrari drivers, yeah. We could pick up Hamilton. We could pick up Bottas. Yeah. I'm thinking we get Hamilton here and we see how that goes. Just how much quicker would he be? I also wonder how much I'm going to have to pay him. Probably 15 million? 20 million? See if we can get him on a 3-season contract for 20 million. Because again, we don't need money. Like I am Stroll right now. Money. 25 at least. I've never signed Hamilton, I'll be honest. I've never signed any of the high-profile drivers in this game, which is a testament to how I play it. But yeah, 25 million is not a lot of money for us, which feels weird to say. Give him a starting bonus of 5 million. That should help. Although I wish I could just, you know, click the number instead of having to hold this for eternity. Let's go 2 million because I don't feel it, and let's see if we can get him without a race target bonus to begin with. Let's try and offer this, see how he feels. 3 seasons is too long. The pay is okay. 2 seasons? Pretty please? No, 2 seasons is too much too. Okay, so we still have the medium patience with negotiation. Let's gamble on 1 season. And I think you should accept that, yeah? We'll see. I need that to be rideable. Yeah, me too, Razek. I agree. 3 seasons, 30 mil. Okay, so 1 season and 30 mil then, I guess. This is our last chance, so I think it would give you an extra 3 million. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you 30 million, and even then, it's not really gonna make a dent in my money. So let's see. You know what? It's not gonna make a dent in the money. So let's give him 35 million and just be done with it. Because driver salaries don't count towards cost cap, do they? So we can be generous. There we go. We got ourselves a Hamilton. Hello, Dean. Your internet is not the only one that went down. My stream crashed at one point. We had a through disaster class where we scored no points in Brazil and no points in Abu Dhabi. And currently we're starting season 3. Hamilton was free agent. And we decided to have some fun here. But we did get Hamilton in Haas. He's now a Haas driver for 1 year at 35 million. Let's see what we... yeah, we do have a pick of engineers here. So I'm looking forward to seeing the fight between Hamilton and Magnussen, to be fair. GP and Bono. Again, we're going to pick up those that are free agent. We actually do have Bono here as free agent. And GP. You're not wrong. Do we want GP versus Bono? Let's reunite Bono with Hamilton. Car 1. How much does Bono need to be paid? Would we accept 2.5 million? That's more than I paid my reserve driver. 9 million? Honestly, I'm gonna try this first because I have no idea how much Bono we need. See. 2.5 million is more than enough. I should have put this longer though, but we'll hire him for 1 season at 2.5. There we go. And the next one we can kidnap is actually... we could go the Ferrari route. Kidnap a Dhabi. But I guess getting GP would also be fun. Getting GP in for... get GP in for Magnussen here. Verstappen steals our championship, we steal his race engineer. We have the worst pit crew probably, so wouldn't be too worried there. But the pit crew staff though, he has 91. It's higher than his average. I'm happy with that. How is Bonington there? He's 88. He's actually worse at pit crew management than GP, but they're way better than the ones that we had. I really did say that, Dean, to be fair, but honestly, I don't know how much of Season 3 I'm going to play, because we are getting to the point where I'm seeing that these limitations kind of work, so it's going to be interesting. I'm just going to do probably Bahrain to test it, and if it's fun and interesting, we'll keep it going, but if not, I'm going to start working on the thing that I've been planning forever and just haven't been able to do yet. But yeah, we can start preparing for a new season. I believe we have everything we need. Hamilton in a Haas suit. Beautiful. And we'll see how it does. To be fair, Matty, that is what Williams expect, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Hamilton, average across the board. Well, not average. He should never spin. 98 control. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how this actually plays out for us. Magnussen, lacking control. Good and decent everything else. He's going to be a bit slower. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, he has a 90 average. Just a bit high in control. But honestly, it's not a bad stat to have higher in. I'm glad that smoothness is one of his lowest stats, honestly. It's pretty good. He'll get his braking, cornering reactions up, and he's going to be an even bigger monster. The thing is, Razik, we still don't have any regen drivers, I believe. Oh, they just spawned. So, we'll have to wait 2 seasons, at least. Let's see here. We literally had just 2 spawn. Alessandra and Joaquin. So, 2 options. We'll see how that works. So we could have that run happening, but again, need to wait at least 2 more seasons. With the restrictions on this save, might happen, honestly. Don't get me wrong. But I think with Stroll and Latifi, getting each of them a championship is gonna be a bit more fun. K-Mag retired. K-Mag still has a year at least, and then we'll see after that. Bottas will go back to Merc. Honestly, I'm interested in seeing who is going to take Hamilton's spot at Merc. Who's putting I want to see if Italian Jesus takes this opportunity here. Let's see here, start next season. Welcome to the new season. Sponsorship obligations. Let's see if we can get some annoying one out of the way. Again, I like this one because it's just more money. You make your money make money. This one is decent, okay? Like car part manufacturing. I can live with that one. Factory event. 40 days where we're not going to be manufacturing car parts. I hate this one even more. Driver appearance. Do we want to nerf Hamilton a little bit here versus Magnussen? To be fair, Hamilton has pretty high control, but this is experience, so yeah, we'll allow Hamilton take that one. Control performance rating. Hamilton is 98. Let's even the playing field here by giving Hamilton 10 races where his control is lowered. Usually Bottas, yeah. Mercedes engine, like K-Mag Hamilton. I'm just need more points. Yeah, we'll put Hamilton there. We're not gonna bother with these two. Again, all of these are not worth it. Like, again, it's just a million. It's not even a million. Even this, this isn't really worth it either. So, you know what you get. We can continue preseason. Did you guys want me to change the engine too, just to make things a bit more interesting? I saw someone say try the Mercedes engine. Matty did. For K-Mag Hamilton W engines. So, as you can see, our current hits with the regulation changes will lose 5% engine cooling, airflow middle. Same for front wing, cooling and airflow middle. I believe this means that we're going to be even worse in dirty air. Side pods are taking a huge hit. Underfloor, taking a decent hit. Suspension, not as big as a hit, but still. Gonna hurt. Merc engine is not a bad shout. We could just have some fun here in Season 3, honestly. See how quickly we win if we go all out. We do have now double points for last race. But other than that, I don't think we have any big changes to the rules. See if the wind tunnel is still equal. Yes, it's just a change there. We could go back to Merc engines. Theoretically, they should be just as quick as the Renault engines. So it's not a big change from that. They should be more effective, though, in other areas. Fuel efficiency not being one of them. But they should be better, probably. Power loss threshold is 70%. Yeah, we could just go back to Merc. This seems fun to watch while playing F1 Manager yourself. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, we could go back to Merc engines for this one. Make it a bit more interesting for Season 3. Again, stat-wise, you'd expect Merc engines and Renault engines to be kind of the same, but Renault is somehow slightly slower, even though they're supposed to be slightly quicker at max power. But we can do a fun one. Merc here with Hamilton and Magnussen. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the car analysis then. How are we looking versus the Red Bull now after the changes? The funny thing here is that the changes here actually benefited us in this department. We've suffered in everything else. But as you can see now, our car is backmarker, kinda. Especially the dirty air, we get set back pretty hard, but we aren't actually that far off Red Bull, which means that the field is getting closer to each other. But once we get a few of our parts out, that's going to change. So since we're in Season 3, we are back to being able to use CFD on our underfloor, and we're going to immediately do that. All the CFD goes into the underfloor, and we're going to have a new prepped underfloor for the first race. Fully remove restrictions for R&D. It could be interesting to do, but we're gonna make the underfloor anyways. I think we're just gonna still stick with using presets to some degree. Either that or we remove everything. But honestly, yeah, if this is gonna be the finishing season, we could go all out. But I'll better show myself. We'll see. Went all out and reset and then lap everyone. Yeah. If we do that like this, we are gonna improve acceleration, low speed, cornering on both accounts here. We could go full on low speed performance. Gonna make us a low speed cornering monster. And let's say if we do everything to the right here, just as a check, it would not improve us as much in low speed cornering, but it would be generally better for everything. So what I'm thinking here is we do either high speed, which would kind of level the playing field, or we do low speed and then high speed on the front wing and rear wing and balance it that way. This might be the final season for the Haas save. Yeah, we'll have to see. If it's a lot of fun, and then we can try it. Try to see how far we can get the car up the grid. Could do that. If we're going to do that, we're just going to completely ignore dirty air for one. And we're going to do this. I think I'm going to just quickly get a boat up and running, which, again, isn't really huge, but this makes it a bit easier. See what we want to do. Let's see. I always forget how to make votes. There we go. Did I mess it up here? Probably. I did make a question, but see if it actually works. Full domination spec with presets. We could do it with presets, honestly, and just make it happen like that. Because even this isn't as dominant as we'd like. We'll see. A place to vote, but I say yes. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that. I made it error when I made it. 2 yeses with presets. To be fair, we can do it with presets. Like, I can make as many parts I want. I can use my CFD wind tunnel as I see fit, and we do it with presets. That could work. So let's make a low speed spec underfloor to begin with. And I think I'm gonna keep still the restrictions to my facilities, because if we had them built up, we'd be even more of a monster. And then we make a high spec rear wing to counteract, I think. And we'll lose a little bit of low speed there. We'll gain a little bit of high speed, but even then, it's not really enough, is it? We're gonna have to make a few rear wings to make this actually happen. Probably the front wing here is going to be a bit of a challenge, but yeah, we need to balance out the cornering ability of our car. But I think this is okay. Yeah, presets, we stick with presets, but other restrictions have been lifted. And I think that will make it still a little bit more fun, more or less. So with this, we should have the rowing in 44 days, underfloor, which means those are the only 2 parts we'll have made before the first race in Bahrain. But even that should be a sizable upgrade. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's check the lineups. I forgot my mail. Internal car report. Regulations, in fact. Team rosters. Okay. Leclerc Sainz. Piastri reserve. Auger. Press. Bottas is back in Mercedes. You got that? Gasly, Vettel in Alpha. Alonso and Ocon in Alpine still. Ricciardo, Norris, McLaren. Albon, Stroll, AlphaTauri. Williams picked up Giovinazzi. Yeah, you did call the Bottas into Merc. That is true. But Giovinazzi here, we'll see if he actually beats out Tsunoda. That's going to be an interesting one. Change my bio. yeah, I'll make an update for season 3 and the bio after the stream. I have the restrictions on a season basis. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's refurbish the suspension sim, guess. The car park test center. It's a slight boost, but I'll take anything I can get. Development points for our boy. He's almost getting there now in the braking part. And I should probably also check the staff here to see if they have gained any more points. Just last time we checked, slap 1 in drag reduction. But no points. But yeah, let's continue. I could upgrade the buildings, Razzik, to be fair, but it's going to take a while. That's the thing. So, 84 days. We could upgrade it, to be fair. There's nothing stopping us. But I still want to keep some sort of restrictions here. I want to see if just lifting some of the restrictions with a better team is enough to put us back on the forefront again. Because if I can make just 2 underfloors back to back with CFD and wind tunnel, that'll make a huge difference. But I guess we can do a slight one and just upgrade these 2 to level 2, which was the goal to begin with. We'll probably just upgrade these as well. And I think that will be a good middle ground. Car facilities cap at level 4. I guess I could make one like, say, from season 3 onwards, we can upgrade our facilities by 1 level. I guess if we do any more than this from season 4 and onwards, we upgrade by 1 level. Because I'm still going to need some restrictions if this is going to be the save, where we, say, pick up the female driver. We actually have a new one here, Luca. Female driver to try and make world champion. So we'll see. Yeah. Revving design is completed, is it not? It is. We could make suspension, that's what suggested. Get a suspension out before the Bahrain Grand Prix. I think that is a good idea. Put it on race performance. Gonna hurt brake cooling a little bit, but it's gonna help us in every single one of our other stats. A little bit of an improvement there for medium speed, but still kind of we're still kind of lacking. And with 5 engineers, we'll get it out just in time. We'll have to see if we can manufacture it in time, though. That's going to be the big one. She is currently the only female driver, I believe, because we only have 3 regions happened. 3 regions have appeared. Luca Martini, Alessandro Bianco, Joaquin Gomez. Never mind, this one here. So they regen a bit older than I expected. So we actually do have 2. So that is good. I don't think we have anyone else here. We actually do. And we can actually propose contract. Thank you, Razzik. I didn't actually think they regen that old at 21. I guess that is something they've updated then. Let's see. What we could do with this is actually pick up a reserve driver right now, start racing. The thing is, I think we're gonna do it because we could pick up Ola Lethanen. He has to be finished with that name. The thing is, we can't propose a contract. Now I'm just tempted to just pick her up immediately. There are regions in this game, Nienke. She's one of them. But I thought they all regened young, but she's actually regened at 21 years old with a career. Like, she's been here since season 1, but I just haven't noticed her. I did see I think it was Beckman, not Beckham, unfortunately. David Schumacher. Let's see, where was he? Did I go too far? I think I went too far. But I'm thinking we're gonna do something a little bit mean here to our reserve driver and just pick her up immediately. 1.5 seconds slower, maybe? I think we are just picking her up as a reserve driver. Drogovic is going to hate my guts. But if we want to get a world champion here, I guess we are going to do it and just loosen the R&D a little bit. Why am I giving you over 1 million? It's more than 2 seconds? Jesus. So, it's a shame for Drogovic because season has already started, but I'm going to be looking forward to seeing who picks him up next season. And with this, we can start actually racing a driver, which would be good. Gonna take Magnus's place next season, maybe. We'll see. I know I'm a lot of back and forth here, so let's do this. It makes it a bit more interesting from my view, and that is good. She does not want a 5-season contract. Why would you not want a 5-season contract as a reserve driver, as a rookie, with the number 4 team? I understand why. You want to be on the track, you want to drive cars, but still. Sorry, Drogovic, we are doing this. Welcome, Haas lady. Oh my god. Did it say she was going to retire? Oh, I didn't read that. Look at the braking though, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Well, you're here for 5 years now, let's see if we can change your mind. Hopefully we can. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I might have made a bit of a spurt on the moment there. But yeah, I think we're good. We need to start manufacturing the car part that we just made. I am a bit frazzled right now, a little bit back and forth, confused. Sorry about that. Manufacture 4 of these. They should be done for the race. 38 braking. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to racing that, Dean, for sure. I'm wondering what her like growth multiplier is. That's going to be the big one. She has a high growth potential and low aggression, so it's going to be interesting. For now, though, I think we're ready to just continue. We do have 2 new parts that we also want to try and get out before the first race, so we'll see how that works. Melvin has low morale. I think we did most of this already, so bit unsure there. Magnussen has low morale too. Okay. I guess we need to do better on race weekends. Duan only has 40? Yeah. I'd say high is 1.7, 1.8. I did indeed hire female drivers. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Let us see here. Cost development, current project. So 8 days, 15 days. Rear wing is gotten manufactured, which is good. The thing is, another aerodynamics period is going to start tomorrow. So if you want to be real cheeky, we'll just barely get the underfloors in time. I'm fine with that. We could rush them. Still won't get 2 in time. If you want to be real cheeky here, we just pass 1 more day. And then we make another underfloor because of the limitation change. And I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think we do 1 more. Do they actually tell you, like, the nationality? I don't think they do you? Do they? The name just sounds Scandinavian to me. There we go, 1 day. ATR period starts today. We design a new underfloor immediately with ATR time. And let's face it, this is without the current underfloor on the car. But the underfloors are just such huge gains that, as you can see, this is the second underfloor and we're already getting to the top in acceleration, low speed cornering. It's just insane. And this is even without a focus. If we put it into low speed, it doesn't change much, but it's still good. So we are going to do this. As you can see, our airflow sensitivity, though, has suffered a lot. It's down to 50% versus 75%. So the only underfloor challenge. The thing is, it could actually work in this game. That is the sad part. Like underfloor only. And if it goes too well with this, within this season that we power through, do you think that's probably going to stop us? Is actually the cost cap. Currently, we are looking at 102 million remaining cap, and we have spent 33 million already on car part development. So let's see how this actually ends up playing out, because it's going to be interesting. And as I said, after the stream, I'll update what we've done with the rules. So we'll only have one suspension for the race. I'm still going to stick by that rule, but we'll just rush 4 of them. That should be okay. And let me know, do you want us to put it on Hamilton, or do we want to give Magnussen a fighting chance? This is the big one. And I think what we're going to do then is assign a front wing. And going to be a high-speed performance front wing, which doesn't make much sense. But we do need to improve our current high-speed performance. It's not going to be a huge boost, let's be honest here. But we do need that little bit of high-speed gain. Balance mag, yeah. David really wants us to just give Hamilton every advantage in the book. Hulkenberg just crashed. Oh, in practice? Yeah. The cost cap is your R&D restrict. The thing is, the cost cap is too huge for that. Yeah, we're gonna do high speed because we're making underfloors with our low speed. If we make 2 more underfloors at high speed, it's gonna be a bit wild. But yeah, let's get into Bahrain here and see where we stack up at this point. Before we get into Bahrain, though, I do want to put the parts in the car and see where we're actually stacking up. So we have rear wings for both. We have underfloors for both. And we have a suspension that we are going to give to Magnussen just to try and balance it out. Giving Hamilton everything could work, but again, it's just a small suspension here. It's not going to be a huge difference. So I am confident with just giving it to Magnussen. Hamilton just has insane stats, so I don't think he's actually going to need it. Bottas is leading in your race. That is good. Q3, let's gamble. Both drivers in Q2, both drivers in Q3. And finish position. Do we want to say we're going to have a driver on the podium? It's a bit of a gamble, to be honest here. Top 5 races, 1 driver. I'm a bit passive, but I feel it. Hulkenberg lost the rear and hit the wall. Did he completely destroy the car, or was it just a light bump?
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way,
I am just getting something more to drink here because I've probably been a little bit too... had a little bit too much fun with this season. Season reset. Wing and suspension. That's not too bad. I just get flashback that if it was Mick, the car would be in half, which is mean to Mick, I'll be honest. So, Hamilton, unfortunately, we do need to remember our reserve driver. Poor Jack died for Drogovic's sins, and then I just tossed him at the wayside. I feel bad. I feel real bad. No need to switch car parts because they're all at 100. But yeah, it's things like this that make the game more fun. Me, at least, so it's all worth it. I hope I can say this if we end up playing this for longer. Excuse me. So we are ready here for practice. Let's go. Magnussen 5th. Big surprise, 38 braking is 20th. 2.5 seconds behind. So, well, to be fair, she's lacking a lot of other stats too. We should be happy she is as close as she is. Give her a year or 3 to grow, and we'll have a title contender. Make a title contender out of her yet. Okay. In practice too. Magnussen just crashed too. I guess I cursed a lot then. Potentially red flag. I'm gonna have to rewatch this practice, I guess.
Here we are.
Did he split the car in two? Guess we'll let the AI choose that one. Simulate the final session. 7th and 9th. So we are looking like 4th fastest car right now. It's the same crash? Okay. So we did use a little bit, but that's fine. Overfuel. No, this is quali. There's no need to overfuel in quali. I'm actually getting mine fried. See how quality it goes here. Judging by practice, we should have no problems getting to Q3 for both our boys. Problem though is show is currently being kind of in the way. Magnussen actually beat out Hamilton here with barely. Okay, so it's the same crash. It was Hulkenberg, so Magnussen did not crash. Okay, I'm following then. Okay, that makes sense. That's don't worry about it. But yeah, Magnussen beat out Hamilton in Q1 so far. Alonso's quick. I'm actually surprised that the Alpines have made a good car. Let's see where Ocon ends up. Because right now we might have to actually look how he's stacking up against the Alpines. There we go, this is more like it. Power of the underfloor. To be fair, we only made one underfloor so far. We're still technically within the rules of the season 1.
Session
Wow.
is over.
Yeah, we are. Picked up everything on free transfer. Rebel 1 and 20. Yes, 9th and 10th for us, so this is going to be interesting. We might need to use an extra set of softs here to get into Q3 for our boys. Our car still needs some work. The presets do make us super weak on high-speed corners, so we focus low speed on the underfloor now. We're probably going to do another underfloor set where we focus high speed to balance it out. So if you use presets, I guess they will slow you down to some degree, but it's not untenable. But it's gonna hold both our boys up to somewhat. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to seeing Hamilton and Magnussen on the same one here. Ah, we held up Leclerc a little bit. They still beat us out though, so not enough. Let us get a fresh set of softs here. They do get basically eaten up immediately at Bahrain, so it's not a huge deal to save an extra set. Like, it would be neat, but not super important. Sainz can probably beat us out. Alonso can probably beat us out. Still kind of in the risk zone here. So we'll do one more run with the fresh softs. Get on up on a running start here. But judging by the difference between Magnussen and Ham so far, I'd say the suspension is doing its work at balancing them. It's been within a 10th for every single run so far. We are kind of giving Ham the toe, but he's probably slightly too far back to really get it. So yeah, will Russell go faster than Hamilton? Probably. He would have, so Magnussen would have been safe. But Hamilton just barely made it into Q3, yeah. That's a bit of a worry. So we still need to develop a car. Like, we're actually struggling with all these limitations. I guess the AI has built up their factories, and that is why we're kind of struggling. Which would make sense. Don't get me wrong.
Radio check.
Hello, Julio. Hamilton at Haas. These are dark days. To be fair, we picked him up on free transfer. And I'm paying him 35 million a year. I think he's happy. Let us get fresh set of softs on for the final run. They drop it, we pick it up. You dropped your Hamilton. We will take him. See if we can get a tow this time. I'll try to click a bit quicker. Still might have been a bit too slow though. We'll see. See where we end up. 6th and 7th, not terrible. Leclerc and Verstappen, Sainz, within 600 of each other. Where have I seen this with Leclerc Verstappen front row before? Yeah, we did pick up Bono too for Hamilton, Julio, so it's fun. I'm excited to learn more about F1 23-2. I don't know, actually. I'm just hoping they may... Is it bad that I'm hoping for more complexity? I too wouldn't be too surprised if it's just a reskin, but that's probably when I'm just going to put the game down. I'll probably do a playthrough or something and then find something else. This game lacks a bit of complexity. Like, even just adding difficulties where, like... simple difficulties, like say if you're playing on hard, you lose 25% gain on everything, money, progress on your, well, not speed really, just progress. It slows your progress down with 25% in money, your car parts, production, expertise, things like that, just to slow you down a bit. Even something like, simple like that would be good. Yeah, I'm gonna be picking it up because, well, I enjoyed the game. And it would be good to just stream it for a little bit, see if it has any redeeming qualities. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I believe we already failed one of our sponsor goals here. Qualifying position streak, this one. That's sad. Position gain for Hamilton. Do we think he's gonna get to first? I think we don't need the money, so I'm not going to bother. One driver in the top 3 that we already have, so let's be happy with that. Now, in terms of race prep here, Bahrain, 2 stoppers is what we expect. Having extra stops would be good. Yeah, it does lack quite a bit of complexity, yeah. Hello, John Demon. Demon? Demon. I really need to get a bigger second screen. That E looks like a 0 to me. Go for the 1-2 if anything. To be fair though, I can't still kind of slow. Soft sit is actually quite beneficial. 20 laps, their entire lifetime. They'll be quicker. I should have saved next set. Soft, medium, soft is probably the best bet. As you can see, we are going to have to try and make that work somehow. So let's do the same here for Magnussen. It is just straight up the best strategy. A little bit extra with fuel, just slightly. And we do not want to burn our tires early, but we can do overtake and push. Do that for both. And then we'll see where we go. They have no excuse. There's so much feedback. Yeah. I'm praying to listen to because the game has potential. That's the thing. They made a very good base to build on off. It just depends on if they have what it takes to actually add the complexity and build off that base. That would make it interesting. I would like to have, you know, the contracts be more difficult than just wait until the 31st and pick up whoever's available. Yeah. It's a bit too simple. Needs a bit more complexity, needs to be a bit more interesting. Currently, the restriction system that I put in does do the job, but again, it's players limiting things, and that makes it even more boring. The AI is still dumb.
It looks like... Here we go.
Let's get into this. So, Ferrari, Red Bull front line, Alpine second row. We both got both the bucks behind us. And everyone is running use softs here. That is going to help us out a ton. And we'll see here now if Magnussen and Hamilton can peacefully sort out their differences. Hamilton did immediately get Magnussen. That's going to be interesting. I'm indeed kind of pessimistic, but I do have a hope there, Razak. Can't agree with you. I also want a major change to how the driver stats work, because right now every driver is kind of identical with how the stats work, and that just makes it, again, quite boring. I just want to see more individuality from the drivers through their stats, and make it so that talent actually plays a role. Like, you shouldn't be able to max every driver. Ooh, Hamilton getting the double run on both Perez and Alonso.
Such an awesome job, mate.
The
Haas race number bug? I haven't realized what that is. Could you explain a bit more, Esther?
Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one.
Just straight up drove past him. Yeah, there's some weird movements from AI with pitting still. But yeah, pit crews too. I want more complexity there. Like make them actual people, and just add a setting that, you know, auto manages them if need be. Both cars had number 20. Okay. Now, I don't remember exactly where that number is on the Haas cars. It should be front center. Excuse me. But I am a bit unsure. Currently, Hamilton is doing well. He is chasing down the Ferraris and Verstappen. Magnussen kind of stuck back here. We'll see how that works out. Him and Alonso won the title. To be fair, it's probably just laziness. Like, they haven't updated the skins enough. Or not the skins, the models properly. And it wouldn't surprise me. It's a small detail. So, for me, it would be easy to miss. But now that you've told me about it, I might just be forced to look at it. And that's going to make me a bit upset. Keep the view on Hamilton and see. Yes. That does look like a 20 though. I'm not... You're not wrong. Now, Maggie, this is the same for you. That too looks like a 20.
Enabled.
ERS is running out. You are correct about that. 44 in the back. It does, actually. There is a 44 there. So I guess they have one number that is actually changing. 20 in the front. Let's see the left side. The right side, sorry, of Magnussen's car here. You are correct, Julia. It did say 44 in the back there. So far away, I can't see. That did look like a different number, so yeah, 20. Magnussen has 2020, so... But it's annoying that it's in yellow. It's in white for Magnussen, and it's yellow for Hamilton. Oh yeah. It's pretty far back though. But yeah, we had hello Dom. To be fair though, it's very annoying that there's a yellow 44. You can actually see it here from Hamilton, and for Magnussen you have a white 20. I don't know what Russell has there. Ocon has something there. 10 for Gasly. Leclerc has 16. Sainz has 55. So I guess it's just a nose number on the Haas at least that is bugged. Unsure if it's something else there. I guess we can tune down fuel usage for a bit here now.
Increase in lifting coast. Understood.
That could very well be it. That's the... It would not surprise me if they somehow mess things up by doing that. Might need to just burn fuel here with Hamilton to actually keep up with the guys in front.
And think about less lifting coast. Yep.
Magnussen is kind of getting left behind here. Maybe should have just given the suspension to Ham. Would have had a better chance with that. But still, it's not bad. We're up into 4th and 7th. Our car isn't good. It's supposedly not good for that. It should still be a buff, Dom. The only thing you need to be concerned about over fueling is on some tracks it'll backfire if you burn tires enough that you don't gain. So
Like
Bahrain could be a debuff because the tire wear is quite high. So on tracks with low tire wear, overfuel as much as you want. And on tracks with high degradation, you might want to slow it down a little bit. But feel free. Hamilton stole Mag's front wing. Yeah, we still have tire advantage though, which is good. Hamilton did lose out somehow though there a little bit. No, it's because I'm on the wrong timing screen. Mag is back in DRS. Ocon is getting left behind. We like to see it. I don't want to see mine now. Take a look, then you can't unsee it. Game ruined forever. You need to hire a man of fiber to make you new liveries. Okay, I think we might need to tune down the fuel usage at this point. Just so we have something to use later on. And we'll have to hope that our boys can still hold on with less fuel burn. This is still looking good, and honestly, playing a season with Hamilton and Haas could just be straight up fun with that, especially since we are racing another drivers. So I think I'm gonna get started with the Canada challenge finally, 4 months later, ish. And then this is just gonna be a fun, like, relaxing stream.
I think we've had a car run
Maybe
wide.
before races, things like that. An overhaul mod is in order. A Canada challenge is the idea that we take Stroll and Latifi and Williams and see how long it takes to make them world champions. Ability to put your reserve driver in the race for more development. I would like to just have straight up a what's it called? Rule change that makes it that you have to run your reserve driver for a race or two. But yeah, I think it sounds fun too. It'll allow me to just chillax with Haas whenever Stroll and Latifi crashes, I guess. And it will give me an opportunity to just interact with you guys more, which is always good. Canadian reserve driver? There probably is one. If not, we can make one. Currently, though, it looks pretty chill here. These tires are going to get run to the ground. The others are probably saving their tires a bit at this stage, I think. We might need to consider doing that ourselves. Make sure they last to the end, but I'll see. With the restrictions that we've used in this game, I'll probably say it takes longer, honestly. Probably 5. I think we could make Stroll champion. Stroll is going to be champion before Latifi just has the high starting point. Could go undercut, yeah. But if we want to undercut here, we'd have to undercut onto hard tires, I think, to make them last long enough. But it's a safety car, virtual safety car. The pit time is about the same. Thing is, undercutting onto hard is gonna suck because we're gonna be 8/10 slower, and that's gonna be the entire race basically. Double medium could also work, Yulia. You're not wrong. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But again, it's just a soft timings here, so. But the thing is, even this is just barely gonna work for us. So when the rest of the field pits, we could make something work for us by stretching. Because again, the softs are just so much better than the mediums here that would actually have loved to keep 2 sets of fresh softs. As you can see, it's over 8/10. Degradation is 400 difference, which means it takes the entire lifetime of the softs to get slower than the mediums. Like, the softs need to hit 30 before they are slower than the mediums that ran the same amount of time. Double Merc, faster than F1. That's going to be interesting then for Miami. I think staff 2 are immortal. There have been some stuff like in the initial version of the game. I believe there was a technical director, aerodynamics director that immediately would like retire. I don't remember the name. See, they are pitting Alonso. We could just go for the mediums here and then potentially do something else later on. I'm thinking we go full on attack on. Thing is, we are gonna have to do it over 2 laps. So Hamilton has, sorry, not Hamilton. Magnussen has the weak tire. Let's get him in first. On the medium, really should just do Hamilton first, to be fair. But let's get Magnussen in first. Let's see if we can make something happen. Did lose DRS there. And I think aggressive is the best we can run without losing it completely losing the tires. Then we get Hamilton out on the medium as well, next lap. For once we didn't actually get blocked in the pits, I'm so happy. I hope they're immortal. I don't want to develop a new one. My staff. I don't want to make more staff. Reminds me of that oversimplified video when Napoleon has to figure out how horses are made and gets traumatized. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's about the Napoleonic Wars and how horses are. Okay, so Hamilton did lose out to Verstappen and Alonso, unfortunately. But as with a lockup, still think we're good. Like again, Alonso went on to Alonso went on the Haas. Poor lad. Leclerc and Paris are running highs that are about to die. Should be no problems jumping them. The thing here is we need to immediately get past the Alonso here. The Alonso is going to be the biggest barrier, and Magnussen is still 6th, so he's good. He's actually going to jump here.
Haas with an overtake.
There we go, Hamilton got him. But again, we have lost out to Verstappen to the point where I don't think we're going to catch up to him immediately. That's going to hurt. Can we get Paris and Leclerc? We can with both our drivers. That is good. So let's see if we can get Magnussen past here. Shouldn't be a problem. Even if Hamilton just pulls him along, that's great too. my entire history education over simple videos, yeah. To be fair though, if my classes were
Last lap was a purple lap.
high educated, basically older students,
Copy that.
that understood English better, I might just pull out some of those videos for some of the classes because they're actually pretty good. Like they don't go too in depth, but they give you a good idea what actually happened. The fact that Alpine came back to Hamilton though is a bit absurd here. Okay, we got him back. We're not going to be catching Verstappen though. Look at that, 36.9s. No chance. That car is just a bit too quick. Yeah. To be fair, oversimplifying videos, if you are interested in history, are pretty damn good. That's not a bad thing either. I used to play a lot of FPSs when I was younger, and Sabaton was usually something I'd listen to. Get me into the mood. Did you, if I put the realism mod on? Not really. It's just Verstappen can now run unmolested, and this is just how much quicker the Red Bull currently is compared to our car. And of course, Alonso here being a absolute menace of those hards and just switching positions with Alonso is not helping at all. Take Al. Execute Order 66. I guess if we could get Magnussen past at one point, that would help us out. Guess we'll see if we can get one more switch in. And then we'll try and maybe have Magnussen save some energy. Team Order 66. I can imagine Sabaton concept being an absolute blast. Yeah, it's the only way to balance F1 is everyone gets a month with Adrian Newey, and then it gets 2 months off a year. Honestly, if Verstappen thing is, it doesn't even look like Verstappen is going to be close to lapping the field here. So I don't think we're going to have some Mick Order 66 unless something very, very funky happens. Safety car could really benefit us though, not gonna lie. But Verstappen is almost so far ahead that he can safely pit. I have to see what I want to do with Alonso though, because again, the man is a menace. Press the red button. This is your anti-DRS system. It chucks down a minefield behind your car. Okay, let's see here now. Magnus, I'm going to have you try your best to do exactly what you just did, which is beautiful. And that should be a bit of a buffer, hopefully, that Hamilton will be safe from Alonso at least. And if they switch back and forth, that is something I can live with. Because that should leave Alonso, over time, in the dirt. If mixed spins is possible, yeah. Mario-style power-ups. That's the game I didn't know I wanted. Let's see if we can find we can crowdfund a guy to add Mario Party power-ups to this game. You eat a red shroom and suddenly your car is twice as big. No one's getting by you. I honestly think we're good. It's just going to be the final pit stop. It's going to be a bit of a concern. But other than that, I think we're fine here. Magnussen did kind of fall off there. Did Alonso run wide and cause problems with Magnussen?
Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car. They go wide right off the racing line.
Because Magnussen defended too aggressively there, and that kind of caused problems for him. F1 All-Stars? I might need to have a look at that. Damn, Leclerc has actually put on speeds.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
We might be in a tad bit of trouble here with Leclerc. But this is actually a good start to the season. Again, we're going to make more underfloors than we ever made. So if we can just keep up with the top here, that would be more than enough for me. We are also getting a lot of extra fuel here that we're basically going to be using for the final stint. Although the tire is going to be a concern on that final stint for sure. But we are kind of getting into a safe spot here. It's still not great. Like, we need 22 seconds. So we still need to push a bit here to come out ahead of the second gaggle of cars here. Like Verstappen, if he pits, it's going to come out behind Sainz. But,
we've just had a spin.
It's a bit concerning. Let's just put it like that. Perez with a spin. That kind of cuts them off a bit. But there's not too much to do in this race. We could go medium at full push. The thing is, I haven't actually tested how much a push lap is compared to a normal one. I just have to laugh at that. It looked like a ballerina in the background. And he lost 8th position. He's still come out ahead there.
Let's take a look at the replay. It's a spin.
Let's see if we get another look at that, because that looked amazing. Ah, we didn't get the angle. Oisagama comes getting here. Yep.
And they clear it. Big move for them. And a race position gained.
No, that's good, Nienke. Magnussen just can't contain himself. That's actually kind of great. Yeah, that was actually kind of brilliant. I do like this. Is actually a good find. We have a lot of back and forth there. Magnussen did something else now because he just lost 2 positions. Did he get just run down on the straight?
Haas with an overtake.
I would think so.
Red Bull gained a place.
I think we're gonna start investing into control for Magnussen. These 3 races have told me that Magnussen needs more control. Sector 2 yellow, no safety car though.
Is that a lock-up on the track?
Hamilton does have a bit more to go on here, so we could try and push fuel. What we could try and do it with Magnussen is get him in early for undercut. but we'd have to have him get out ahead of a Stroll, maybe. Let's see, if we do Magnussen, we slap him on another set of mediums. Do not have another set of mediums? Guess he doesn't. He does have another set of mediums. Slap on another set of mediums and work from there. So let's have him push a lap. Just go full attack, yeah. And then we'll get him in on the next lap to see if he can do something to Paris and Sainz. And we'll try and have him push to the end. And we might do the same here with Hamilton, just allow him to push for a lap or two. Or we can just stick it out at this point and get him on the softs, because the softs are going to be quicker for his entire lifetime. So we'll see. If we push, we could make something work, yeah. Hamilton should be able to go aggressive and then attack at the very least. And then we can take it from there. See you now, Magnus actually pitted this lap. That's not what I wanted. He did beat those two. That is good. Let's have him push what little fuel he has, so that he might jump someone on the pit stops. And Hamilton here again, we are going to try and have him push go on to the mediums. Again, it could backfire horribly. So we'll have to try and do our best here. But it might be worth it. It might backfire. Rick and Gasly are pitting. I assume it's onto the softs. See some mediums there as well, so that's not the worst thing then. Verstappen stays out. Well, Verstappen is now, you know, Quarry, it's Leclerc and Alonso. Magnussen should get in with DRS, so I'm not too concerned there. Even set a fast lap.
Clean lap there as well, mate.
Doing that Hamilton a tad here. And he actually came out in clean air. That's good.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
So Hamilton now, we go for leader. Should be able to jump these boys, I would hope. Verstappen is pitting now. No chance we jump him. No chance in hell. And they are going to have to pit for the end of the race, for sure.
Haas with an overtake.
Magnussen again should be able to get Norris easily here. So Alonso, Leclerc. It's the goal, 19 seconds now behind. In terms of lap times. 56 there. This is going to be his first relap. Alonso and Leclerc are now pitting. And we are going to get both, I think, with a pretty good margin. Might even get Alonso here with... just barely didn't get it. Might need to save some fuel here for Magnussen, though. Yes. The description is indeed a bit outdated, yeah. I'm going to have a look at that after stream, as I said. I can pick up young drivers as much as I want, yeah. We might need to invest in a new driver, we'll see. Magnussen got Alonso there, which is good. And if Hamilton can just hold off Leclerc, we're going to be happy. Bit of a shame that Magnussen ended up in a fight for fourth there. Instead of being in the podium duel. But we might slow Magnussen down on purpose. Just so that he can regain some fuel. And even if Alonso overtakes him, never mind.
Oh, and Ferrari just pace.
This really is a disaster class, isn't it? I did not go and check that for Magnussen, to be fair. What kind of damage are we looking at here, Hamilton? Major to your front wing, minor to the rest. It didn't wreck your car parts, at least. We are most likely going to have to pit that front wing. You're missing half of it. So this is gonna suck. There's nothing else we can do really.
Let's take a closer look. Watch this.
Yeah.
There's Leclerc. Gaining a position there. Oh, they make it look so easy.
I was hoping we'd see the crash there on that thing too, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Leclerc is out. Hamilton, I need you to move in.
There's contact. It's chaos on the track. Now just focus on the Haas.
Okay, that was straight up torpedo.
Safety car.
Hamilton is driving though, but he's gonna get a penalty. I have no clue where we're gonna come out. We might actually come out. Again, I have no clue. We're gonna have to see here. Just push to the pits if you can. Gonna come out pretty far back, let's be honest here. We're gonna have a pretty long pit stop. Yeah, he really used the red button indeed. It could give us a chance for Verstappen, honestly, but it's gonna be weird no matter what we do here. Came out behind the Stroll. And we still have the penalty, so we need a 5-second gap. This is gonna be very, very rough. Now, how many laps do we have left to play with? Not too many, I believe.
Sounds like a spin.
Just above 10. Unfortunately, not able to jump Tsunoda there. Magnussen is gonna... He has a 0 to hero moment here, potentially. We'll see how that plays out. We did pit, though. That's the thing. Didn't serve the penalty. Because safety car, I think.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car is in this lap.
Copy that.
So pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Copy that.
Even if we push, I don't think the tire's going to last to the end, so we're just going to push fuel. Once we get to the timing line. And in terms of tires here,
So just recharge off whenever you need it.
there are a lot of
Copy
softs around Magnussen, which scares me. Hamilton has a few soft runners ahead of him, so he's going to struggle to get up front as well. So with that in mind, we are going to have a bit of
We
a
do not require any fuel liftoff.
challenge here. Okay, I must have made a mistake then. I've never noticed that box though. Like they do it automatic. I thought. Might just be me being blind. Should probably give them both overtake from the get-go here.
Overtake is available. Overtake available.
Copy that.
Overtake is
Also,
available.
Hamilton still has some minor damage to chassis, so we'll see if we can make something from that. The fact that we're struggling to catch up to Stroll, kind of telling that the chassis is kind of damaged. Alonso and Verstappen, though, is going to be interesting for sure. Because once DRS starts, if we can just hang on to them, that's going to benefit us because we are going to be gaining. It's going to be very slight, we're going to gain a little bit of time. K-Mag is currently okay. He's actually gaining on the Alpine somewhat. The concern is that he will burn through all of his ERS. That was a bad turn. A really bad turn. But yeah, we might need to do a little bit of pushing in K-Max tires here, we'll see. Could also deploy ERS if we feel the need. But Hamilton is, again, just very, very stuck right now. Need to up your cornering, I guess, Magnussen. Yeah, we need again high-speed cornering. We're lacking, and it shows. Guess we're gonna have to deploy everything here and gamble. Just make sure that we keep up. Hamilton has gotten Stroll though, so he's making a little bit of progress.
DRS now active.
Haas with an overtake there.
Hamilton is trying to make something happen, but yeah, not the best stuff. Let's be honest. Mike is keeping up now, so we just need to see if we can keep him up while balanced.
Copy that.
So we are low on battery.
I should turn down Hamilton's battery too. That's my bad. A little bit too focused on Magnussen. I'll have to see though if there can be some gaps leaked out here. It's going to be difficult for sure, but we don't know. Alonso the winning in an Alpine would also be kind of huge. Right now what I need is just Magnussen to keep up and again save a bit of energy, save a bit of fuel so we can push on the last couple of laps. And even then I think the mediums are unfortunately just too weak versus the softs here. Hamilton can't get Albon with DRS help. I guess our chance is a bit more important than I thought, if that's the case.
Tires are getting hot.
Okay, copy.
There we go. We could try and push, but with tires already getting hot, they're just going to degrade even quicker.
This is awesome work, come on.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I think their tires will last to the end. That's the thing, because the softs are quicker for the entire life cycle. It's just that the mediums are getting closer and closer the more towards the end you are. So that's why I'm trying to keep Magnussen just following for as long as he can. Then we'll make a move at it when we can. Yeah, Verstappen's will be weak, so podium is probably in there, but we have a Paris right behind us. He's very, very hungry. And he has a bit better tires than Verstappen. Hamilton gaining on Bottas, or he's actually he hit him there, but even if he said the penalty correctly, I don't think we would have gotten him in the points. He is gaining right now, but it's going to be difficult to keep that up. I'm gonna slightly speed things along here. And we'll hit the pause if we fall back too far. My noise as in my microphone or the stream itself, because the internet might be a bit unstable right now. I have lost some network frames. Could just be me being badly angled towards my microphone. That is concerning. Give me a sec. Have a look. It's telling me it's stable, so I don't know what's going on then. Okay. Everything shows is normal, so could just be, again, the network frames lost. I hope it's that and not another issue. Is it every order that's buggy? Okay. Okay, I'll check my task manager, see if something is overheating. Yeah, everything looks good, so I can't figure out a reason why it would be audio issues, so my apologies there. Unfortunately. Okay, could just be YouTube messing up then. Let's see, we have a couple of laps left. We're kind of getting left behind here. Bit concerning. But these boys fighting is getting us into it. Try and refresh the Steam link. It might fix it, according to Edster. Another driver locked up. Okay, Sector 2.
Yellow flag ahead. Yellow flag.
Giovinazzi.
See what happened there. Now we see the Williams here. Well, they've locked up. They won't.
Luckily not a safety car. That could actually be detrimental to us. Well, if it was a 3-lap safety car, it could actually help us. Oh look, it was a Gio. It was Italian Jesus indeed. I want to try and get more energy, but it's like risky doing that. So I guess we push fuel and then try and save some energy. Because we do have some spare. So we could push fuel. We'll try and harvest, and that hopefully will give us that little edge we need to get by them later on.
4 more laps.
Do it normal here because this is where we actually lose out the most.
Charge off when you're ready.
Copy.
I think it's okay. Let's just gamble here. Need to get slightly closer. We try and harvest during the DRS zones, but we need braking for actually gaining energy. I probably should have harvested before that corner, to be fair. Yeah, true. Oh, never mind. Magnussen special.
Let's have a look. They've locked up.
I don't remember how Miami looks like, unfortunately,
Now
Enke.
just focus on the Haas. They're forced wide.
Okay. Hamilton, you are now our only hope. Sack him. We might pick up a new driver after the season, we'll see. But these 3 races have just been horrendous. Like, so many driver errors, not even funny.
Three laps remaining.
Race 1 sack is in order. Thing is now, Hamilton's the only one who has potential points, but it's not points because he has the penalty. Honestly, let's just be done with this. Alonso versus Verstappen, though, is maybe a bit interesting. Let's watch that for the final lap. It's because I didn't update the title. What is the current title? Is it still Disaster Class? I did update it to Season 2, Season 3. Like the change between. But apparently that wasn't enough for the stream. I'm gonna be updating the description though after this so that we have the full one. Oh, this is the last chance.
One more lap.
I don't think we've ever seen this before. 2 Red Bulls hunting in Alpine.
Checo behind, same lap time.
Oh, this is just insult to injury now. Schumacher overtook
Looks like Aston Martin have
Magnussen.
just gained a race position. Here's the replay. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
That is straight up insult to injury. Schumacher just says nah. This CRS zone is probably going to be a last chance. Let's see how Verstappen does. Alonso does indeed have tire advantage, but Verstappen... like, this would be great for us because we'd be 49, 48, so we would be able to fight them, that's the thing. Like, Magnussen has 42% left, even with that lockup, so it's just sad to watch, honestly. Rick, though, with a 5th, Gasser with a 6th. Alonso will be happy. And, let's see here, with the penalty, where do we end up with Hamilton?
We have a checkered flag now.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
We didn't have any punctures here, unfortunately. I think you need to straight up hit 0 to have a puncture. Yeah, that's me too, just chucking the guard out of there. But yeah, Alonso won. I can be happy with that at least. Magnussen did indeed finish behind Schumacher. We actually squeezed Schumacher in the middle. Verstappen, Perez 2 and 3, Sainz 4th. Leclerc, we tossed him out and then he had fastest lap. And McLaren scored points with both the drivers. Merckx scores points with both the drivers. Alpha scores some points. Alpine scores some points. And AlphaTauris are both left at the doorstep. But yeah. This was indeed a disaster class, and I'm gonna go and rewatch the first practice now and just chill because I need a break. Entertainingly disastrous is one way to look at it. Let's face it, we've done 3 races. We have had potential for podiums, I think, in every one of them, and we've crashed out of the podiums, or spun out of the podiums, or run wide over the podiums. On every single one. Yeah, it was fun. I'm unsure if I can stream tomorrow on Saturday. If I do stream, it's gonna be a few hours later, probably 3-ish hours later than normal. Probably won't stream though, so I have some things I need to do. I probably will stream on Sunday. Probably a couple of races before the main race in Miami. I think it starts around this time, doesn't it? So maybe 2 or 3 races, we'll see. And oh yeah, you have the coronation too of Charles. It would be great if you put Leclerc on the throne. To be fair, you really want to get McTeefy go, let Magnussen go. Maybe sometime later, but for now it's good. He only has 1 year of the contract. We'll see if he keeps on, you know, spinning out, crashing out, chucking world championships away. Maybe not. Hamilton too had an accident in his first race. I swear we're cursed at this point. This is straight up a disaster class for sure. And Magnussen now has low morale. Difficult race. To be fair, that's understandable. Thank you everyone for following, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. It's been fun. Sorry for the problems mid-stream. Stream dying, and also the stream being choppy at one point. And hopefully I'll see you next time. I am aiming at it being Sunday. Again, normal time. It just makes it easy if it's a usual time I stream at. Hope everyone have enjoyed themselves. Have a good day, evening, morning, depending on where you live. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.